And just like that, we are jumping straight into the weekend. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, greetings once again. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody is doing okay. Hope you're all up and running, getting yourselves ready to have a fantastic Friday. All right, we have two stories to touch on in this video. Now, we see where former West Indies captain Sir Clive Lloyd has thrown his support behind Shai Hope. So we're going to be taking a look at what Sir Clive Lloyd had to say. Plus, we see where CWI's president, Dr. Shallow, and a couple members from his team recently traveled to Grenada to meet with the Prime Minister. This as they look to continue or to even strengthen the relationship shared between Grenada and CWI. Quite a few things in that one to unwrap. So just give a listening ear until the end and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, let's start with Sir Clive Lloyd. So taking this one from the Sportsmax website, the headline says, Clive Lloyd backs Hope to take over Test captaincy after Brathwaite's resignation. So the article starts and it says, legendary former West Indies captain Sir Clive Lloyd has singled out West Indies ODI and T20 captain Shai Hope as the man who should replace Craig Brathwaite as Test skipper for the regional side. They say Brathwaite's decision to step down from the role of Test captain, a role he served in since March 2021, was announced on Monday. They say Lloyd, in a recent interview with Television Jamaica, said he believes that Hope should be seriously looked at for the role. All right. So this is Sir Clive Lloyd now, and I quote, he seems to be doing fairly well in the one-day format, but I thought he might have been the guy to take over, but that's just my judgment. So that's Sir Clive Lloyd. He went on to say it's up to them now to pick somebody for the long term. Right? Clive Lloyd also gave Craig Brathwaite some credit. This is what he said as it relates to Craig Brathwaite. He has really done a marvelous job during his time as captain. Right? He has really done a marvelous job during his time as captain, end quote. So that is what he said about Craig Brathwaite's captaincy. So once again, my people, Shai Hope's name is coming up. This time, not just by your average viewer or your average listener. This by the two-time winning captain, Sir Clive Lloyd. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section as it relates to that. Now, taking this one from the CWI website, the headline says, Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shallow leads delegation to Grenada. This one came out probably about 2 days ago, but I'm just getting a chance to look at it. So it says, President of Cricket West Indies, Dr. Shallow, led a delegation to Grenada for a courtesy call on Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell. They said this visit marks President Shallow's first official engagement with Prime Minister Mitchell following his recent unanimous election by all stakeholder members for a new 3-year term. So it says Dr. Shallow was accompanied by CWI Chief Executive Officer Chris Daring, and we know that he recently started in that role. Right, so this is what the Prime Minister had to say, my viewers and subscribers, and I quote, cricket plays a vital role in every Grenadian community, and we need to invest more in its development, especially at the grassroots level, ensuring that young players at the primary schools get opportunities to learn and play the game, end quote for now. And, just to let you know, Grenada, they have done a very good job over the years in terms of helping with the youngsters, under 12 and stuff like that. So It seems as if they are looking to continue that fruitful relationship. Just meeting with the president to make sure that everything is on track. Now, Prime Minister Mitchell went on to say, and I quote, "Cricket is more than just a game for Grenadians," right? Cricket is more than just a game for Grenadians. It is the one sport that has the power to bring people together for generations. And so we must invest in our young players, starting from the primary school level. I'm a huge advocate when it comes on to, putting a lot of funding in primary school cricket. I have spoken about this several times, so good to see Prime Minister Mitchell speaking on this. So the article says, acknowledging the commendable strides that Prime Minister Mitchell and the government of Grenada have made to the sport, Dr. Shola stated this, and I quote, "The conversation with Prime Minister Mitchell reaffirmed the shared commitment to nurturing young talent, enhancing infrastructure, and strengthening partnerships that will propel West Indies cricket forward. This collaboration holds great promise for the future of our cricket, and we look forward to the positive impact it will have on the region." End quote for now. So, as I said earlier, my people, I am a huge believer in getting it right at the foundation level. It's especially rough when it comes on to regional cricket. We don't get an opportunity to play a lot. So I think that the earlier we can start is the better for us. I remember when I was coaching cricket in Jamaica, not a lot of primary school was really into it. Cricket is probably a bit on the back burner there. I can't speak for the entire Caribbean, but over the last year or so, I've seen where it seems as if they are making strides, they are making steps in trying to engage primary schools more to try and produce more athletes, more cricketers. The thing is, students are going to be drawn to whatever is popular, whatever is trending. And, we find where things like track and field, football, basketball, these sports, they are trending in the Caribbean. Back in the 80s, back in the 70s, 80s, coming up even to the 90s, most of the youngsters coming out wanted to be a Michael, who wanted to be a Michael, well, not even 80s, 90s, because, Michael Holden and them would have played back then. But after Holden and those guys, you would have a lot of youngsters coming through that wanted to be the next Holden, wanted to be the next Ambrose, the next Walsh, the next Sir Clive Lloyd, all of this, but I don't want to say the passion is no longer there, but other sports, they have really caught up. So I think we need to step up the game in terms of trying to pique the interest of youngsters when it comes on to cricket. So that is basically it for this one, my people. Let me know your thoughts. Big up.